What up, tubers, and welcome back to another draft here on Magic Online. I'm Kenji, NumotTheNummy Egashira, and we are going to have some fun today. As always, thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already, and don't forget to check out cardkingdom.com/Numot for all your Magic card needs. So, Vintage Cube, first and foremost, we look for power. We don't have power. Do we have any cards comparable to power? Kind of. We have three very, very decent cards, I would say here. Mana Drain, Psychic Frog, and Workshop. Mana Drain's probably my go-to pick out of this pack. Workshop tends to come back around, or if it doesn't, that's not necessarily a bad sign. Good for knowledge, if nothing else, right? Obviously, Psychic Frog is just a disgusting creature, but I think the Drain is probably my pick one, pack one out of this pack. Not to jinx myself, but I'm going to jinx myself. Been on a bit of a heater here in the Vintage Cube as I have come back. I think I'm 12-0 in my last 3 drafts. But what I've been doing a lot of is combo decks, and what I've been fighting a lot against creature decks. I honestly think like half of the matches I've played have been against some white-based creature strategies. So a lot of people going into this seemingly drafting creatures, whereas you can build some really nasty combo decks and kind of get them. All right, what do we have for our pick 2? I think there are a handful of cards that you could choose here that would quote-unquote be correct. Mind Twist. This is one of those cards that is very strong. I just don't particularly care for it. It's kind of boring. Not to say that some of the other strategies that I like to draft aren't boring for other people, but I just don't like Mind Twist. I'll take it if it's late, but I'm not going to bother taking it here. Atraxa, great for any number of combo decks. Generally, you're not going to be hard casting that card. You're going to be cheating it out via Reanimate or Flash or that type of thing. Mystical Tutor, another card I like a lot as I'm often drafting, again, the combo decks that have relevant instants or sorceries like Tinkers and whatnot. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Tutor there. Now, had I taken the Atraxa, I would probably just immediately follow that up with Animate Dead. And I'm probably still going to follow that up with Animate Dead. I think Reanimate strategies are always great to go into in Vintage Cube. They're just very, very strong, and if the archetype's open, you're going to generally end up with a, at least an A quality deck. Maybe not S tier, but A tier for sure. Breeding Pool in the pack. Natural Order is very strong, though I don't really like drafting the green creatures all that much when you can just draft big, strong, combo-y stuff. There's a Consider here. Maybe get that on the wheel, but I think Animate Dead is the best card in this pack. Into what appears to be maybe a Tropical Island. Any of the blue duels are always great. This is the Bauble. This is not the... sorry, this is Urza's Bauble. This is not Mishra's Bauble. This is Urza's Bauble. So this one is sack it, look at a card at random in target player's hand, and then you still get to draw an extra card. So not a bad card. Grist obviously has some good graveyard synergies, but I'm not huge on that. Talisman's great. So my least favorite thing about the cube these days is that there are just a bunch of very, very overpowered creatures. Ursine Monstrosity isn't like one of the most busted of them, but it is very, very good. But I'm talking about your Monarch cards, your Dungeon cards. I think entering the Dungeon cards are just heinous. I'm going to go with the Bauble here for now. It's just a free card in the deck, and if we do end up going like a Tinker strategy, then it's pretty good. All right, this is a very, very easy Underworld Breach to me. I wouldn't call this power level, power 9 level card, but this is probably, in my opinion, top 20 cards in the cube just because it is so busted. You don't need to get too much with this to make it insane. In fact, even just picking up like Brain Freeze alone often makes the Underworld Breach, a very, very good card. Toxic Deluge, good. I mean, random creatures and otherwise, Underworld Breach is clearly the strongest card there. A bunch of stuff I don't want. Bob. I don't even remember what Satya does. Makes copies of something with energy and whatnot. Challenger, this is the big Bloodbraid Elf. It has Cascade on a 5-drop haster. But then you can also cast it from your graveyard. Very cool. Fallen Shinobi, whatever. We're looking at Stern Scolding and Spellbomb here, I think. And we'll just take the cheap interactive card that is the Scolding. Pest Infestation, one of the better green cards. Not a bad card to grab with Mystical Tutor, too. What else do we have here? Some lands. Don't really overlap with any of our colors right now. Mind Stone is solid. Zerda, you can go infinite with. The activated ability, right? Abilities you activate that aren't mana abilities cost 2 less to activate. So that works with Grim Monolith. That works with Basalt Monolith to give you infinite colorless. And just also useful in other strategies. I think I'm just going to take the Mind Stone here. This is probably supposed to be a Pest Infestation, but I'll take the Mana Rock. Frantic Search, easy 8th pick. Very late Tundra. Metamorph's okay. Yeah, Frantic's great. It looks like I'm going to be some kind of combo deck, so. Manifold Key for combo, Jace for combo. I don't believe they have Time Vault in this version of the cube. Every once in a while, they bring a vintage cube where Time Vault is available. So this is still like just good in an artifact strategy with some of the cards I mentioned earlier, like the monoliths. But I think Jace here is better. Backup WinCon. Let's take the Hollowed Fountain now over Grave Titan. Although I guess Grave Titan is solid for a Reanimate Dead. That's fine. Oculus back as well. Sure. Over Breeding Pool. These are cards that, if I run Reanimator, sure, I will play them. But at this point, I'm kind of looking to hopefully be a combo deck instead. Tidebinder's like fine. Yeah, I would say Tidebinder's actually good, but hoping to not run it. I'm looking for pure synergy. I'm not looking for like individually powerful cards. You know? Karn versus some irrelevant creatures, whatever. Okay, Boseju's not bad. I'd say that was a solid pack 1, but nothing crazy. So these are the type of decks that I like to build in Vintage Cube. Could be, very well be, even, that the creature-based strategies are better, especially since there are so many good creatures, but this is what I like to do, is we have a Demonic Tutor for our most likely pack 2 pick 1 here. Yeah, not a great pack otherwise in terms of pack 1, or rather pick 1 power level. Inquisition's fine, Treasure Cruise, Caracas, Tameo can be good. That's a very sad pack. Guessing we're not going to wheel too much of note there. Pass a Tinker. Okay, that's a good one. And that is a card we can grab off of the Mystical Tutor. So now we just need to find a good artifact to be able to tinker for. So my favorite tinker target is Bolas's Citadel. But there are cards like the Portal to Phyrexia. You could just grab like a Battle Sphere. Blightsteel Colossus, I think, is still in. Ulamog is not an artifact. There's a Doomsday here for some combo strategies. There's a Wheel of Fortune, which is probably my choice. Sheldock Isle's very good. Ledger Shredder, just solid 2-drop, but again, similar to like Tidebinder. Just individually powerful, maybe not that much synergy. I guess it has synergy with like Breach and Jace, kind of. Strip Mine. Let's take the Relic here. Passing the Raucous Theater. Foundry okay with Tinker. Never passed a Relic in my life. I think the best card we could get at this point is probably just like Brain Freeze, since we have the Breach already. And then from there, oh, there's the Blightsteel Colossus. Yeah, as much as I don't want it, being able to tinker for an early Blightsteel Colossus is very good. Make sure we have at least one big tinker target. I need to find some more cheap artifacts to sack away. Yeah, I don't even think Colossus is that good of a tinker target. All right, this is a good pack. Urza, Gadgeteer, 2 cheap artifacts. Hmm. Chromatic Star's pretty cool with Breach, actually. But is Urza just straight up better? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 cards in this pack. Well, I don't think we're going to wheel anything. There's a chance that the Chromatic Star wheels. But it's probably going to be like Bronco and Restless Vinestock. I'm going to take the fast mana here over the Urza. Shallow Grave, Dark Ritual. Indatha adds not the colors we need. Shallow Grave's another really strong one. Yeah, okay. Backup combo. Having access to Shallow Grave. Let's see, black, red, green land, probably not. Maybe just Fatal Push sideboard. Phyrexian Revoker's not bad. Tameo's not bad. I guess we might run the Tammy. There's the Jar over Cabal Ritual. Doomsday. I don't think we're playing that, but maybe. Yeah, we have a few different things going on still. The reanimate package might not work very well since I don't have that many ways to discard. This is not a great paradoxical deck, but I don't really care for Urtai. Yeah, Paradoxical's probably not going to be able to get there. Exhume came back too. Okay. Huh. Gadgeteer. Pack 3 and also no power. Very unlucky. Sneak attack. Well, we only have the Blightsteel. Trinket Mage grabs Bauble and Petal. That's probably not good enough. Chrome Mox, I guess? That's probably the most potentially busted card for us right now. Shallow Grave, Animate Dead, and Exhume, and not much to do with it, huh? There's Triplicate Titan. That actually is a really good one for both Tinker and for reanimating. 9/9, Flying Vigilance Trample, and then when it dies, you make 3 different 3/3s with one of those abilities each. Although I kind of want to just take the Grim Monolith here, even though it's not really doing much. Yeah, this deck currently needs help. I'm going to take the Monolith. We need to get like Brain Freeze and one other good card. Displacer Kitten's great. Narset's great. There's the Basalt Monolith I was talking about earlier. Oh, actually, we have the Gadgeteer. Activated abilities of artifacts you control cost 1 less, so that is infinite colorless with the Gadgeteer. I mean, what does the Kitten even do for us right now? It only resets Jace and like some mana rocks, maybe. I wonder if Narset's better. Narset when I have Wheel of Fortune / Memory Jar. It's either take Monolith or take Narset. I guess I'm going to take the Narset. Bad. Oh, man, so bad. Duress, I guess. I have no land fixing, which is very surprising for me. Oof. Duress? I guess. Lorien Reveal. There's a Fast Bond. Fast Bond with a couple draw 7s. Yeah, Lorien Revealed only grabs basic island for us right now. It's pretty hilarious. There's Oracle. There's Zurin Orb for Fast Bond, but I don't have the Brainstorm. There's also Lion's Eye Diamond. Do I need to take Oracle? I have the Jace already, I suppose, so I don't need the Oracle. No, Lion's Eye looks like it's better. Green, blue, red is probably too good, huh? Upheaval. Maybe? Trinket Mage can grab 4 different things now. Spyglass Siren. This deck is not great. We got the Basalt and the Kitten back, however. Kitten got a little bit better. But I still feel like we want the Monolith instead. I would have liked both. Alright, Underground Mortuary is fine. Got the Duress. We might play Faithless Looting. Well, I'd say this is kind of a failed combo deck, but it is capable of winning. Would not call it a good combo deck. Maybe I just cut the Stern Scolding and keep my own game plan. Play the looting here, maybe. um, Boy, am I just better off not playing Demonic Tutor? It's pretty hard for me to add black mana. I mean, I guess a couple of, maybe like 2 swamps is not going to hurt that much. Or 1 swamp and the mortuary. I feel like I do want to get this Faithless Looting in the deck, though. I guess I can just cut the bobble? I could run 16 lands. 16 lands is also not crazy. So we're on Boseiju instead of a basic forest. Um, 2 swamps, 2 mountains, 9 islands. That's probably fine. Well, the heater might die with this one, but we can do some cool things potentially with this deck. Oh, I guess I should probably be running Tammy if I'm splashing green. Yeah, Tammy wants to make it in the deck too. I mean, realistically, I guess Upheaval isn't that good. It's cool with our infinite colorless mana, but Tammy is more in line with our combo. For sure. All right, let's try it like this. I would say this is like a C plus, maybe. Could do some stuff. Not going to get my hopes up on it, though. All right, here we are for round 1 of this vintage cube draft. We are on the play. And we have Tinker Colossus in hand, which is a big fail. No blue sources either. In fact, this is every single black source. Yeah, that is a very easy mulligan. Okay, I have acquired infinite colorless mana. Yeah, this hand is not very good, but can't really go down to 6 given our deck. We probably want to lead on Monolith and then go for Gadgeteer afterwards, so that even though I would technically lose out on a clue, the Gadgeteer is less likely to die to a removal spell, you know? Uh-oh. Are they going to turn 1 Echo? They totally are! Oh, that's awesome. Okay. So turn 1 Lion's Eye Diamond, discard their hand, add 3 blue, and then they can Echo from graveyard. Cool. We drew the same hand except slightly better. Nice. Now the question is, do I turn 2 the Lotus Petal into the Monolith? Or do I turn 2 the Gadgeteer? I guess it doesn't matter which way we go about it, huh? Because either way, I'm only going to have colorless left after the fact. So I guess if we lead on Gadgeteer, we technically can draw 1 extra card from the clue. Force of Will, pitching Thought Scour. Fair enough. Ledger Shredder. All right. Well, I'm not in a rush here, I don't think. All right. This is all fine. And they already used Force of Will, so not much they're going to be able to do at interactively on this next turn. I mean, they could have Force of Negation, they could have Subtlety or whatnot, but this isn't bad. for us. I mean, I guess I just Tinker Colossus. That's one of the reasons it's in our deck, right? Just to maybe get them. If I had Citadel in my deck, I would absolutely go for that instead, though, because Colossus is not even lethal next turn, since Shredder blocks it and soaks up one hit. Now, another question is, do I want to play out another spell and let them trigger the Shredder? I don't think there's a need to here. It'll probably be worth it to go for Frantic if they have a way to deal with the Colossus, because I could hit Mana Drain. I guess that was a small reason to have used... Oh, no, I mean, if I use Faithless Looting, then I couldn't cast Frantic anyway, so... Okay, just a pass. Let's go to combat. Okay. I'm going to just go for Faithless here in case they have a counter. Narset's pretty tempting. But let's just go like this and pass. Force them to have an answer. I don't even know what this is. Occult Epiphany. Draw 3, then discard X. Create a 1/1 flyer for each card type among cards discarded this way. Okay. So they discard it. Oh, there goes a Breach. If they're discarding Breach, that is not a good sign for me. Vamp Tutor on upkeep. What other cards can I hit besides Mana Drain that would make me want to use my card right now? There's not. Okay. So I might lose here. Notably, if I had run out Narset, they would have occulted in response and still drawn other cards. But that might have been able to stop them. Maybe playing out the Narset was a better line, right? Because it's a known Narset for us versus trying to hit Frantic off of 2 hits. They Shinobi? Is that their best play? Okay. I don't believe there are too many things that the Shinobi can hit. Land is certainly not one of them. Yeah, I don't think my deck can beat its own Shinobi, right? Or its own Colossus, yeah. Okay, that was a good game 1 for us. This is a keep. That is a terrible draw, but I think I'm going to get a little bit greedy here. So even though I know they have Echo in their deck, I'm going to hold all my artifacts for hopefully post-Gadgeteer. Oh, well, there's the infinite again. So I'm going to be 1 mana off of infinite next turn. Because I can go monolith into Gadgeteer with 1 floating. Yeah, I'd be 1 mana off of casting the... I'd be 1 mana off of casting the Colossus next turn, actually. Drawing Chrome Mox doesn't help because I would have to lose the Gadgeteer. Kind of funny. I guess we'll just go Gadgeteer into Bauble LED, make 2 clues. And we can sack one of the clues immediately. All right, I'm at 19. Uncastable Demonic currently. They might have their Force of Will again. They do also have Force of Negation. Wow. Well, I guess I just run those out now in case they do go for the draw 7 effect. So let's see if they have the ninjutsu again. All right, GL. They hit my Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, good thing I ran out the artifacts still. I doubt they're even going to cast it, right? Yeah, they might. All right, they didn't. So that means Wheel of Fortune's gone forever. Kolagon's Command is also in their hand. Blech. Let's see. What else can I Mystical Tutor for? You know what I could do here? I could go Basalt Monolith into Mystical Tutor for Tinker. Mystical Tutor for Tinker, crack the LED, discard the Colossus and the rest of my hand to shuffle Colossus back in. Draw with the Mind Stone first. Yeah, that works. Okay. So go like this. Oh wait, I need double blue. No, that's fine if I'm using the Monolith. Yeah, Monolith. Mystical Tutor for Tinker. Put Tinker on top. Activate the card draw. With the card draw on the stack, add blue. Oh, wait! This doesn't work. Of course. Whoops. I messed up. There was no chance for me to actually have done that correctly, right? There was no chance for me to somehow discard the Colossus while also drawing the Tinker. Because if I draw the Tinker... No, wait! What am I doing? Wait, could I have drawn and cast the Tinker? No, I don't think I had enough mana. So the way that I would have had to do it would be to draw the Tinker, cast the Tinker, and then with the Tinker on the stack, discard the Colossus. Did I have enough mana for that? I think I might have had enough mana for that. Okay, that was the play I needed to do. The way that I did it would never work. Right? How much mana did I have? 3. Oh, no. I actually would never have enough. Never mind. So, I guess there was no way to do it that turn. JK. Because I popped the LED for the second blue, which I wouldn't have otherwise. Yeah, I guess there was no good way to do it. This hand's pretty bad. Mystical on turn 1 for like mana drain and just sit there seems pretty weak. I think with this deck we need to try to high roll. This hand is also not particularly good. Do I go to 5? My opponent has both Force of Will and Force of Negation. I do not like my odds here. Oh, wait. You know how I could have done it? No. I could have done it the last game, now that I'm thinking about it. With the Mystical Tutor on the stack. Yes, with the Mystical Tutor on the stack, I sack the LED. That shuffles the Blightsteel in, then Tutor resolves. I can put the Tinker on top and draw it. That's how I was supposed to do it. Yes. Play the Monolith. Play the LED. Float the Tutor. Crack the LED. That's how I was supposed to do it. So there was a way to do it. I just messed up. Yeah, this hand is garbage, right? I'm gonna go to 5. Holy moly. I have one mount. I have... This is so sick. Just hitting all of my splash colors. This is so sick. Brutal. I have 2 swamps and 2 mountains in the deck or something, right? Or even fewer? 2 mountains. Yeah, I have 2 mountains, 2 swamps, and we're starting with 1 of each in our opener. That's so gross. Alright, I need an island here. Strix or Bronco. Brutal. Alright, so an island gives me infinite colorless, which I can do nothing with. That is not an island. Yeah, this is some bad land luck, I'd say. This is every one of our non-main splash colors drawn. Ay, ay, ay. Good beats. Oh, and they have Force of Negation now, too. Yeah. And a Stern Scolding. Boo howdy. I mean, I guess what we do is Trinket Mage, let them Stern Scolding that. And then maybe we can resolve the Gadgeteer next turn. Yawgmoth's Will and Breach. Nice. All right, they're tapping out of Hardcast Force. Okay, they can Hardcast it again. And they had the Force of Will, but they did pitch the Force of Negation to cast that. Wonder if these are just like value cards in their deck, or if they have some way to go off with the Breach and the Will and stuff. Treasure Cruise. That's a little bit awkward with Breach and with Will in deck. Okay. I mean, guess if there's any card that can maybe get me out of this somehow, Demonic Tutor is a good start. I don't see how we win this. Wheel of Fortune into Wheel of Fortune into Breach or something of their other. Or actually, if I grab the Breach, I can LED. Oh, here we go. This could work. Now we cast the LED. Let's see. Oh, I still need to get lucky here, don't I? Actually, did I need to leave Demonic Tutor in the graveyard? Leave Demonic Tutor. I can cast the Tammy here. I guess I would play out the Tamiyo, then activate Lion's Eye Diamond. But I can go infinite mana if I crack the Lion's Eye, play out the Gadgeteer. But then I wouldn't be able to do anything with infinite mana. I could crack the Mind Stone once. Crack the Mind Stone once. And pray? Is that better than going Tammy first? I think it's better to go Tammy first here. I can't beat another counter anyway, so if they have another counter beyond the two forces that we saw, then we're just dead anyway, right? I guess they probably would have countered the breach. All right, so pop for red and name Wheel of Fortune is my guess. Yeah, I should have left Demonic Tutor in my graveyard. All right, we hit Frantic Search, however. That's pretty good. If it was castable. So LED, 1, 2, 3. Oh no, this works. Oh, wait, I don't want to cast Chromox. Cast the LED. 1, 2, 3. Now we add blue. I guess Narset is what we actually hit here. Narset. Activate. I guess I could just Tinker Colossus this turn. Eh. Wait, Tinker Jar. Is there anything I could hit with Jar to win? I would only have 2 cards in my graveyard, so that doesn't work. I could hit Pedal? No, Colossus is probably our best bet right now. And then just pass. I'm not technically dead on board. And in theory, Tamiyo can actually grab back the breach. I mean, they have 7 cards in their hand. I assume I'm dead here, but... At least there was like a sporting chance I could have hit something. And I did throw away the previous game, of course. Oh god. What if they go for a draw 7 forgetting about Narset? That would be sick. If they like... Oh. That's not a good sign. They can just go for a big pest infestation? Is that what they're doing? Yeah, big pest infestation's cool. I guess? Is that even that good? They did wheel! They forgot about my Narset. Oh, they reverse punted here. Oh my god, they did it. So they get to kill my Mind Stone and make a million tokens, but they totally biffed that up. I might be able to win now. Holy smokes. Oh, they should have attacked Narset there. Attacking me doesn't do anything. Okay, is there something I can Mystical Tutor for still? Is Frantic still in my deck? No, it's gone. So I need to somehow get the Jace off. So what is still in my library then? I have a Lotus Petal for fast mana. There is a fast bond, which I have enough life to activate a couple times. There's a Grim Monolith. Is the Jars? No, Jars in my hand. Oh, I might be a little bit short. Oh, wait. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess I can Wheel of Fortune. Am I going to have enough cards to get back Breach? And then cast the... One, two, three, four, five. I think I'm going to be pinched on mana. I don't think I have enough fast mana accelerants. The Lion's Eye is gone. The Chrome Mox is gone. Yeah, it's just the Lotus Petal. Fast Bond. No, Lotus Petal, Fast Bond, Grim Monolith. All should work. So another question is, do I wheel first here? I think the answer is yes. Okay, I think we get there. Pedal. So what's left in my deck? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We should have a couple more islands in the deck still. Well, I guess no, we need to Tameo on the Breach. We need a Tameo on the Breach, right? So activate the Narset. Looting. That's perfect, actually. Aspond. 1, 2, 3. Return the Breach. Oh, wait. I should have just returned the... I should have just returned the Jace, right? Oh, no, I don't have enough mana if I return the Jace. So I did need to get back the Breach here. Actually, am I going to be a little bit mana short still? I might still be a little bit short on mana. Monolith. Or cards. Breach. I need a filter for blue. 1, 2, 3. Petal. Red for Faithless. Faithless Looting. Boom. Play land, go to 1. Boom! Oh my god, we're going to pull this off. Petal. Add the third blue. Jace. And this is exactly's. Mill myself 2. Draw for the win. Holy crapo. Well, we threw away game 2, but then our opponent gave us game 3 here by casting that Wheel of Fortune, forgetting about my Narset. My god, what a game. The scrappy, crappy deck gets there. We're on the board with a win. All right, crazy round 1. Pulled out a win through sheer luck. That is a turn 3. Tinker Colossus on the play. Yes. The nice thing about Tinker is that we do have a second target, kind of. We have the memory jar. Oh, turn 1 library. All right. Well, they be drawing cards. Hopefully they're just some random aggro deck where Tinker into Colossus is the beats. Yeah, some random white deck. Oh, perfect. Dude, I've been playing against people playing turn 2 Glimmerlens so frequently, it's actually kind of crazy. Now, white does have removal for an 11/11, Indestructible. White has all of the exile effects, of course, and then I guess black has a few sacrifice effects, so. Good news for them is they're not dead. Glimmerlens 2/2 blocks the Colossus for a turn. Yeah. Eagles of the North cycle. All right. Could have like a parallax wave. Okay, no parallax wave unless they have some fast mana. Winds of Abandon. Hey, that does work. Okay, nice. We just want to grab more blue here. So game plan A, Tinker Colossus down. Game plan B. We are going to go tutor for our lovely Monolith. Actually, do I want to just grab a draw 7 here? I wonder if I'm better off just grabbing Wheel of Fortune. Or maybe what I should have done is frantic first and see what we hit. Because let's say I grab Monolith. I have infinite colorless. I do get a clue as well to sacrifice, but then I would have to frantic and hit stuff, and I could just hit like double land and brick. So Wheel of Fortune is probably the safer play. But I kind of like grabbing the monolith. Yeah, let's have some fun. All right, infinite colorless, one at a time. Sack the clue. Oh, yeah. All right. And I would say that is rewarded. Now we can mystical tutor and then draw whatever we want, instant or sorcery wise, with the jar to set up. Wish I didn't have to empty the mana from my pool. I wish it would just automatically take the colorless, but it is what it is. Is there even an instant or sorcery I care about grabbing with tutor right now? Not particularly. I guess I could grab Mana Drain or Faithless or something. Mana Drain doesn't really seem to matter. Yeah, let's keep the tutor in our next hand. Okay, what do we have here? We have a Tameo. Oh, I guess I get a bunch of clues. So I should probably start off by doing that and sacking the clues to see what else. Let's see, Chromox, the Fast Bond. Or Chromox, the Trinket Mage. Yeah. This works out. And then we go Fast Bond, land, land, land. Oh, wait, this doesn't work. Why did I think I could play the... Oh no, I messed this up again. I need to hit something off this clue. I messed up. Because I can't cast the Tammy with my mana. Oh, tapped green source. No. I punted again. I needed to have not played out the fast bond and instead just played out the Tammy. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, infinite mana and then nothing else to do with it now. Because this doesn't draw until the next turn. Okay, good beats. Atraxa's in their deck. Interesting. I guess. Oh, I did have Mystical Tutor for Wheel of Fortune. That's what I could have gone and grabbed. Yeah, I should have won that turn. Rip. Reanimate Atraxa. Okay. Vindicate. Vindicate. If they vindicate the... Well, no, that doesn't matter. We have Breach in our deck somewhere. They would need an exile effect for, like, Jace, and that could kill me. Do I get to see what they put in their hand? Grief, Vindicate, Bleachbone Verge. That's fine. We don't need the Mystical Tutor. Yep, Jace gets vindicated. That's fine. Oh, that matters. Wait, its controller may search. No, because we have Wheel of Fortune on top. So now if I crack the bauble, I will draw down to 7, 6. All right, rather 8, 7, Wheel of Fortune to 0 and win, right? They have a reprieve in their deck as well. That's good to note. All right, there's the Breach. Jace. And we have Mana Drain in our graveyard in case they somehow do something. Target. And that's a win. Woof! All right, almost tried to throw it away there, but we were able to scrap out another win here. Oh, this deck is a troll. I should bring in like Stern Scolding and stuff, but I think I'm just going to resubmit. Okay, on to the next game. We're on the draw. We have a pretty good looking hand. Turn 2 Demonic Tutor. So no Tinker on turn 3 here. Ooh, Breach. Okay. It's too bad we don't have Brain Freeze. That would have made this deck capable of winning a lot easier. Eagles cycle for Scrubland, but opt to not play out the Scrub. Oh, they hit Miracle Metastasis or whatever, Metamorphosis. Nice. So when this enters, return up to one creature from your graveyard to the battlefield with a life. Wow, what a hit. Sick. All right. So I kind of need to just win here now, don't I? I'm going to die in 2 turns. So if Tinker's not the play anymore, what do we have? Sheesh. I guess Relic and pass for now. Or Relic and... I guess Relic and Demonic Tutor? Go grab like Wheel of Fortune, or I could grab LED. But I guess Wheel of Fortune makes more sense here. And then I'm probably going to need to play out the Breach and then cast Wheel of Fortune. Because I have maybe another turn, you know? Grief. Okay, good news. We have a little bit of redundancy. I guess they have to take... Yeah, the Breach there. But we're pretty screwed, I think. Petal was good. So land, Petal, Wheel. Oh, this is possible. This is very possible now. Monolith. Frantic. Okay, I have more than enough here. Green. Yeah, I think we win exactly. Exactly enough mana, that is. Tammy. We pop for red. Tammy back our Breach. Cast the Breach. There she is. Now we LED. Pop for blue, I guess. Wheel of Fortune. Nice. All right, let's go. So I need to cast Wheel of Fortune again. So let's go Mox. Lose the Narset. And we can red. Wheel. That puts more cards in our graveyard. 5 cards left. We didn't hit. Okay, so I need to now LED and Frantic. LED. Oh, wait, I need to be able to draw a card, don't I? Oh, no. Maybe I don't win. Oh, no, did I mess up? Did I mess up again? I might have messed up again because I'm bad. I think I might have had it if I hadn't done this. I think I exiled the wrong card. I needed to leave in the looting. Well, let's see. I can add blue here. And then Gadgeteer. Do I have enough cards in my graveyard? I might not have enough cards in my graveyard at this point. Because I can't Wheel of Fortune again, otherwise I just die. Oh, man. I might have screwed this up. Is there anything I can tinker for that would still work? I don't think so. Yeah, I think I'm gonna. Oh wait, can I cast the monolith into? Can I LED into monolith? Well, I have to lead on LED. There's no chance otherwise, right? Tinker, tutor, drain. Get a clue. I guess I can get lucky-ish. Add for blue. Monolith. I think I need to cast the LED again, right? Afterwards. Is there a way that I can do that if I exile my entire graveyard? Frantic. Well, no, I guess Frantic's neutral here. Yeah, Frantic's neutral. Blightsteel keeps shuffling itself in as well. Oh no! Oh no! The Blightsteel shuffling back in means I don't get to cast another card from my graveyard. Oh, that's so sick. That's hilarious. This is not infinite with this monolith. This is the wrong monolith. Wow. Brutal. Brutal. Oh, that's funny. I'm just dead, right? Jeez. I'm pretty sure I punted that one away, too. Pretty sure I could have done it different. I need to think a little bit harder. That turn that I think if I just start by going with Frantic Spam, right? Because Frantic Spam puts 2 in the yard but eats 3. So I would have been -1 each time. I think if I had just Frantic Spammed to begin with, we would have won that. Yeah, that's totally on me. This is so... Oh, wait, no, we have Colossus in hand. Ah, one more land and this would be a keep, though, because we could looting away the Colossus. I'm spewing off here. Turn 1 library, okay. The Ocelot Pride. think it's better to sack the Mind Stone. We saw Winds of Abandon. I think they also had a Swords or a Path, right? They had Path and Winds of Abandon. Okay, this is a chump with the Copter. And I think I just pedal into Tammy into like Breach or Wheel of Fortune. Two lands, Faithless Looting, and Gadgeteer. Okay. The thing is, the way that they can deal with my Colossus is exile, so it's not like I can grab the Tinker back with Tammy. But they need to hit one of their 2 outs, right? The only cards we saw... Oh, did they have Lily? They might have had the Liliana of the Veil, but they don't have black. So Winds or Path? Oh, Urborg for Lily? Entomb into Reanimate? But they need to block... They cannot take 2 poison, so... Or 2 infect. So they need to have a 10... Oh, Archon Reanimate! Wait, can't I sack... Can't I sack a Planeswalker? Yeah. Wait, why didn't that trigger? Wait, I'm so confused. Why didn't Archon trigger? Oh, because Tammy cancels the ability! Spells and abilities your opponents control can't cause you to discard cards or sacrifice permanents. I mean, I would have won anyway. No, they would have been able to block for another turn. Holy smokes. We're 2-0. I probably should be 0-2 because I'm spewing off, but we're somehow getting out of trouble. Well, actually, more it's my punts. I'm just making a ton of mistakes, but here we are. 2-0. All right, here we are for the third and final round of this vintage cube draft with our wonky combo deck. Our opponent has a companion, it looks like. Lutri. Oh, man. What a very close opener. Man, one more land, and this would... Any land, and this would be a turn 2 Tinker Colossus. Sick. All right, this is a turn 3 Tinker Colossus. I guess I go like this and pitch the Boseiju. And what you want to do here is go island to island pass. Because on turn 3, you can still mana drain. Sorry, on turn 3, you can still monolith into Tinker. But that lets us hold up mana drain on turn 2. Turn 1 curtains. Yeah, it's a little unfortunate if they just go pass. But not much I can do about it. I think we just have to go for the play. Because they have the curtains to activate next turn anyways, so. Alright. Consider a shredder into the graveyard. Overlord of the Bale. That's not going to cut it. Putting a Sholdred the Apocalypse in the graveyard, and there was one other card. What was it? Oh, Brazen Borrower to bounce the Colossus. Unfortunately for them, I have the mana drain for that. And I am not playing the Relic, even though technically I could go Relic into mana drain. Because that way I can pay for a miscalc or whatever. Very nice. Wow, that's brutal. Well played there by them. They just had it. Yep. Nothing I can do about that. Good beats. Okay, we are going to hope to go for our other combos instead. So we're going to need to draw like Wheel of Fortune or something. Exhume. Okay. Get back their Shelly. Oh, I should have cycled my Triome in response. Whoops. That was a mistake. Yep, that was a big mistake. 2 life could be the difference here. All right, -2 life. Too many mistakes. I can cast Blightsteel Colossus. That is hilarious. We drew the one way to do it. And technically, I could still pop off this turn, although through a shoulder it's a little bit more difficult. Okay. Ooh. So I could Oh man, without the Shoal Dread, I would have actually probably won this turn, huh? Go and grab the Wheel of Fortune, and I'd be able to cast it too. Any other instant or sorcery that I could grab? No, because Wheel of Fortune I can't actually cast right now. So probably not even worth it, actually. But yeah, I could Mystical Tutor off the Relic, then pop the LED, then sack the clue to draw the card that I was tutoring for. But yeah, we'll just pass. Okay, let's see if they find a second way to deal with a Colossus. Currently, they have 7 toughness, which isn't good enough on its own. Is this to saddle the Bronco and pray? Love to see that. Just a Swampo. All right. Is this actually going to work? Anything? Overlord doesn't turn into a creature this turn. All right, I'll pause it until they make a move, I guess. All right, looks like the opponent had some connection issues, but they did come back and scoop the game. So we're going to take game number 1 here in the third and final round. There is a chance that I could bring an Animate Dead versus them and try to hit their creatures. That's pretty funny. That seems really funny, actually. This Fast Bond has been pretty bad, but I think we're going to still leave it in. It'll have its time to shine. Fatal Push looked okay versus them. Would need to want to bring in more black sources if this were the case, most likely. Guess I'm okay cutting Faithless Looting. It hasn't been particularly good. It's on the splash anyways. Red splash is really just for the wheel and for the breach. I don't know if this is an acceptable hand. It's probably not. But then again, my opponent's not very fast. You know what? I'm willing to risk it for the biscuit. If they were a faster deck, maybe I mulligan. Not to say they can't have a fast draw, but... Oh, they mulliganed to 5. Now I wish I had mulliganed with them. Do I want to Chrome Mox on turn 2? Possibly. Bronco's annoying. I think I'm going to do this to keep up with them, even though I don't like losing my Frantic. Oh, okay, sure. Daze. Well, I'd rather them daze that than on my Tamiyo. Let's see what the Bronco hits. Yeah, the Bronco's going to undo their mulligan in one more attack. It's pretty good. What are they doing over there? No discard, please. Imperial Seal. Okay. So we have a turn before things get annoying. Now, Tamiyo doesn't stop like Freebooter, because Freebooter exiles the card from my hand, unfortunately. Actually, I kind of want Wheel of Fortune here. Hey, we hit it. Oh, there goes the Mind Stone, too. Oh, not the Mind Stone, the Basalt Monolith. Basalt Monolith for the Gadgeteer. So remember, they did tutor for something with the seal last turn. Overlord take 5. Nice. Could very well be they simply grabbed like their Brazen. Well, now what do we want to hit? I guess now we just name Breach with our Tammy. Fast Bond. Wait, what did we hit? Oh, wait, somehow we hit Colossus twice? Is that even supposed to work like that? Wow, that's hilarious. Colossus shuffled itself back in and then hit it again. I've never seen that. That's crazy. Is that supposed to work? I figured all the cards would have been revealed at once, but I guess that's not how it works. They're going to Brazen the Tammy. Okay, there's the Overlord. There's their Sholdred in graveyard again. So back to hand this time. Sack our clue, end of turn. And there's the breach. Okay. So I think I wait one more turn and just play Tammy out here. And we want to grab what? Like Grim Monolith or something? Or Jace, I guess? No, Grim Monolith. Grim Monolith. Three lands and Lotus Petal, but that's fine. More cards in the graveyard is better for our breach anyways. Okay. Well, now we're pretty dead. If they have both Bowmasters and Sholdred, I don't think I can beat that. Yeah, that's brutal. I don't think I can beat that now. Wow. That's sick. Monolith was next card. Is there a way I can instant speed draw to get around the shoulder counters and stuff? I guess there actually is. Wait, we might still be able to win this year. We can instant speed draw with the Mind Stone in the graveyard, right? To trigger Jace for the win, possibly. I have 14 cards exactly, so blue, Monolith. Let's see, do I need to grab the Basalt Monolith for infinite colorless? I think so, right? So we go like this. Return Basalt. Basalt. Add mana, untap. Okay, now we have that. We go Breach. Pop the LED for red. Okay, we have this. Now we need to... Oh, this doesn't work, does it? This doesn't work. Because now anytime I draw a card, it's 3 damage. So yeah, I guess this doesn't work, does it? Unless I hit exactly, well, so I can hit Jace maybe in the first couple of cards would work. Okay, Narset might work too. Yeah, Narset might work. There's Jace. This works, right? I think we win. Now I need to... LED? Blue. Jace. Right, Jace first. Then I cast Wheel of Fortune. Then I cast Memory Jar. Then so I need to cast Mind Stone. Do I have enough cards? 1, 2, 3. Am I going to be short? Or I guess I can draw a couple more cards and then discard them to LED. Or did I need to do that first? Let's see. 1, 2, 3. It's 4 with the cards. I have exactly enough. No, because I need to get the Mind Stone as well. No. This does work, right? Jace. Oh, I need to cast the Memory Jar. Memory Jar. Jace. Into Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, this works. Wheel of Fortune, trigger. And then we Memory Jar for the win. Holy smokies. What a crazy draft, bro. The heater continues. Because the jar happens instantly. And so they don't even get a chance to get all those triggers. Holy moly, what a freaking game. We beat a Bowmasters plus Sheoldred because we could instant speed draw 7 to win with the Jace ultimate. If you would draw a card while your library has no cards, you win the game instead. I even had 3 clues that I could sacrifice if we were still with a few cards left in our deck. Wow. Well, I don't look at this and say 3-0, but we are, in fact, 3-0. In fact, both the games that I lost, I probably could have, or maybe even should have won. So, Vintage Cube is always a good time. Nice to go back to my roots and still dominate it. All right. Thanks for watching, friends. This is a long video. We'll see you back next time. Bye-bye.